See, the coverage almost increased from 10% to 100% in 10 years. That proves that digital camera is one of the fastest growing and life-changing high-tech product in the past decade. I bought my first point-and-shoot digital camera about 7 years ago, and since then I own 6 of them, different ones. And I often heard the same question come back again, again, and again. Can you recommend a good digital camera for me? What digital camera should I buy next? That question is very tricky because the answer is different depending on who's asking. So to help me answer those questions and help me give recommendations, I recently created a utility curve that I would like to share with you today. So that will help me to better answer those questions without asking a lot of questions back to them. So here's how the utility curve looks like. Before I start with the curve, I'd like to make 2 points. First, I'm strictly talking about point-and-shoot digital cameras, not the advanced DSLRs. And secondly, some of these things will change. Depends on the development of technology and also the market situation. But the basic shape of the curve and I believe the purpose of this chart still remains. The x-axis here represents the price of the camera, and the y-axis represents the utility or preference, satisfaction, whatever you want to call it. But be careful, I did not use quality here, because in my mind, the quality of the pictures you take has nothing to do with the price you pay. Let's look at the first sections of this curve here. As you can tell, the curve started with a pretty sharp upward trend and quickly flattened out after a certain price point. The first section here, I believe it covers the most of the basic and the critical features or functionalities of digital cameras. Things are here include megapixels, basically the size of the pictures that you can take. Zoom, the lens, the range of the lens that can zoom in distance and close up, and also the video capability. These are the 3 most important features that I think a basic digital camera can provide. Megapixel. Most of you are already pretty familiar with that. One confusion is that how big of the megapixel do you need? For example, the price here, with today's market, I would think for between $150 or $200, depends on where you buy it, this megapixel could be around 8 megapixel. What does it mean? It means that you can make a print with this size without losing any quality of this picture. I don't know about you, but I've taken tens and thousands of pictures, but none of them has this size of print. The next section, you can see with pretty much the same amount of money that you spend additionally, you can get some more functionalities and more utilities. Things I've covered here include lens. Lens, what I mean here is the sharpness of the lens, the speed of the lens, which you can simply tell by their F factors, which means the maximum openness of the lens can achieve. The smaller the number, the bigger the openness of the lens, and the sharpness, the sharper the image can achieve. And the IS represents the image stabilizer, which is a very cool feature that helps you to avoid a handshake when you take long focal length pictures. And speed in general, it's a speed that you turn on the computer, how fast can it turn on, and how fast can it focus, and how fast can it let you to shoot the next one without waiting. So with this, up to this point, in my opinion, you are not paying any extra premium to gain extra functionalities. And here you can see this would pretty much serve most of people's needs in terms of using their digital cameras for travel, general traveling, outdoor, family gatherings. And if you have children or you want to take some indoor pictures or even some sports, with this price range, you can find very good cameras that meet your needs. Beyond this point, let's say $400. Beyond this point, there are a lot more functionalities you can achieve, but you can see the utility diminish pretty fast, which means these are very special needs, and you have to pay a lot more to gain a little bit more functionalities. Things here are like capability of shooting raw picture, which is equivalent to a film. Basically, it is what you take. You can have a lot of flexibility to develop it, to process it after the picture is taken. And then external flashlight, or durability, the weather resistance of those cameras. See, these things are not commonly needed by regular photographers. So, with this curve, I tried to explain to whoever asked me the question, or whoever there's this discussion come about what digital camera should we purchase next one, or shall we pay attention to. I'll give you 3 samples. My sister, she recently had a baby. She's very sad. She said, oh, I want a very good camera, and can you recommend one to me? I said, sure. Let's look at the curve. Here is pretty much what you need, if that fits your budget. She said, oh, no. I definitely need a better one. I need the highest quality one. So budget is not a problem. I want something here. And in the end, she went straight to the DSLR, one of the almost semi-pro DSLR. The result, almost 3 months later, she came back. She said, no, the camera is not good enough. The pictures don't look as good. I need a better one. Another friend of mine, he came to me and said, oh, I need a digital camera. Please recommend one for me. I said, okay, what picture do you take? He said, oh, I don't know, maybe families. Oh, you know what? I'm looking for a home, so I need to take pictures of the properties I looked at. I said, yeah, in that case, then this one would serve your need, and it's very inexpensive. He said, then he looked at it, okay, yeah, I'll get someone here because I like the HD video feature of the camera. Okay, he went that choice, and then 3 months later, after he bought the home, the camera went straight to the shelf, and I never saw him use it once. The third one, my uncle, he travels a lot. He took a lot of pictures, and although they are very similar to each other, people in the center, the landmark at the back. So, but I recommend him at this digital camera without asking him some more questions which I missed. That's more important. What happened to him is, yes, he got a good camera, but he's not good at computers. So at this level, you get a picture size of 5 to 8 megabytes, and that quickly fills up his old computer. So he ended up taking fewer pictures and not getting full use of those cameras. So even though we took this, I tried to take this very scientific and logical approach to choosing a digital camera, but you can see the result is not always optical. I think after all, it's the person who takes the picture, not the camera.